This is Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on DAZN. Danny, pleasure to meet you.
Absolute
Thanks for
pleasure,
giving
my
me
friend, of course.
a little bit of your time. This Misfits world is crazy. I was just saying then, a couple of years ago, being in the boxing media world myself, I never thought this would be the sort of stuff that people are covering, but it seems like Misfits makes sense in the influencer world.
We're not here to take part. We're here. No, I'm not doing that. Yeah, like it's adapting, man. It's adapting. The scene is changing a lot. Obviously, a lot of new faces. Myself, I'm making my debut. Like, it's to be expected. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a very big market and something I'm passionate about. And that's the thing is, a lot of people are coming into this world because they're passionate about it. Do you know what I mean? It's not for any other reason. A few people, there is a few ulterior motives, but for the most part, it's allowing people like myself, like, respectfully, 6 months ago I didn't know how to throw a punch, and now I'm fighting in front of 13,000 people. Like, in a professional boxing sense, that would never happen. So shout out to Misfits, they're doing a lot.
Yeah, big shout out to Misfits. Is it something that's always been lodged in your mind? Like, if you think back to KSI, Joe Weller days, for example, is it always something that's been lodged in your mind?
Exactly that. I would go to every single event, like literally every single one, and I always used to go at the end, I want to do that, man. And there's only so many times you can say, yeah, I want to do that, but then you've actually got to do it. So I think, like, start of this year, I went on a podcast and I said, yeah, I'm going to fight. Like, that's on my, what's it called at the start of the year? Nah, not
on your agenda for the year.
Nah, but like, what's it called? New Year's resolution.
Oh, right.
It was to do a boxing fight, and I said that with absolutely no like confidence that I'm ever going to do a boxing fight. And I was like, let's actually do it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? And now I'm a confident machine, mate. Now I can't wait for it.
There is risk, because you say, what's the worst that can happen? We've seen in Misfits, if a fighter gets beat, we know what the scene's like anyway. Yeah. It stays there, and it stays forever. So is there a couple of reservations or nerves about doing this? There must be, because this is new territory.
It's new territory. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to be oblivious. If I lose, it's a long day. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not going to lose. Obviously, you expect me to say that, but like, I'm extremely confident. I know the repercussions, but I won't be facing him. That would be Beavo.
Yeah. Why Beavo?
Mate, there's no beef. He can make up stories and say we were beefing online or whatever. Mams Taylor sent me a list. Beavo was the only one I really knew, respectfully. No offence to anyone else. I thought, I don't want to just fight someone random. I'd rather fight someone I at least know. So I just picked Beavo. That was it.
I feel like I heard him earlier out there saying that you've wound him up and you've awoken a beast or something. I don't know if...
Shiver me timbers!
I don't know if he was maybe, or he's maybe today tried to kind of push some buttons. Not that it seems to be working at all.
Mate, there's literally no beef between... Like, if there's beef, it's very one-sided. I'm not asked about him. I'm just here to fight him. I got nothing against him. Let's just fight and then be done with it. Maybe, you know, we can say hello in the future, but I'm not going to invite him around my house after. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's done for me.
I'm sure there are a few, but you seem like someone who doesn't have many enemies. But are there a few people that you've got lodged at the back of your mind that you think, I'd love to settle a score with
Honestly, nah. I don't hold grudges or whatever. I think that's quite cringe personally. But I do want to fight Joe Weller. But that's not because, I hate you, Joe Weller. Nah,
he's a bit of an OG at the scene.
That's exactly it. It would just be a pleasure to fight him. I've spoken to him before. He's down. I'm down. I reckon that will be the fight to make after this one.
Have you been a boxing fan? Or
I love boxing. I love MMA. Like, I love combat sport. And as I said, after every time watching it, I was like, why can't I do it? And now I'm doing it, man.
Wicked. KSI undercard as well. Having spoke to Slim over the years, I know he has always said that his goal has been to land the KSI fight. Yeah. Yes, he's doing it with AT as well. But have you got like an end goal, someone that you want to fight, perhaps a Jake Paul in the States in 2 years' time?
Mate, I'd do his head in. Honestly, like, Joe Weller would probably, like, since starting it, that's the one name, like, anyone said, who do you want to fight? It is Joe Weller. But then, if I fight him after this, then what? I mean, where do I go from there? I don't know. But, no, I'd love to fight Joe Weller, yeah.
Yeah, mate, I would definitely be one that people would be willing to tune into. I've got to ask if you have been getting some boxing tips from this lady over your shoulder.
From Tennessee Thresh, mate, you know what? What my coaches can't do, she can do. All right, she helps me a lot. Like, hey, there's only so many times in the gym that you can train, but when it's at night and Tennessee says, get up and do 10 sit-ups, I get up and do 10 sit-ups at midnight. And you can tell, all right? You can see. What?
I feel like...
What? You do? She does.
This actually happens in the middle of the night.
Like,
you're
genuinely.
Up doing sit-ups.
No, like, genuinely, this is it. This is, mate, it's... What? Huh?
The foot game.
What's the foot game?
When I made you try and
Oh yeah, we have, what was it? To practice like footwork and that. Like, this is the whole lifestyle. Like, I'm in the gym, calm, 2 times a day, and most fighters at that point, they'd be like, okay, let's rest. Nah, get down, 20 press-ups. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is a serious lifestyle for me now, mate. I got coaches 24/7.
I love it. I know there would be a lot of people who would like to hear perhaps about the bedroom life of you two in the scene. I
Well,
know that'd be something that would probably be news. But I didn't expect.
Let's not take the piss here.
You know what people are like, but I didn't expect you to say it's press ups and footwork.
Press ups and sit-ups, mate. That's all we get up to.
It's true.
Allow
it's
yourself.
true. It's true. You know what the media outlets are like nowadays. The fact that you're on the KSI undercard, does that mean a lot to you?
Of course, man. Yeah, KSI, obviously grew up watching him. Now a good friend of mine. So yeah, it's an honour to fight under his card.
Yeah. If KSI was to fight Jake Paul,
I'm backing KSI, man. I don't care if it's realistic. I'm backing KSI. That's the boy.